Alright, and this is one more video on equivalent fractions. Another way to figure out if two fractions are equal is to see if your multiplier here is indeed common. Remember how we talked about in order for fractions to be equivalent, we must use the same multiplier with the denominator and the numerator in order for that to be the case. So another way is to say 5 times 2 equals 10 and 3 times 3 equals 9. So I know that these are not equal because I used two different numbers to multiply, and these two must be the same in order for us to find these equal or equivalent. Another example, 4 times what is 8? 2. 2 times what is 4? 2. Now these are equal because I used the same number top and bottom when I multiplied. I used a common multiplier. Okay, on the bottom, I want us to figure out how we can go from a larger fraction with a denominator to a smaller. This is what we call simplifying. This is where we take a larger piece or fraction and then make it into a smaller form, or simplify it, make it simpler. If you notice up here, we went from 3/5, a denominator of 5, to tenths, or denominator of 10. So our fraction whole grew in size. I had more pieces, whereas down here I have more pieces and I want to make them into smaller pieces. Okay? So in order to do this, instead of a multiplier to go from large to small, I actually need to divide and find an equal divisor. So 24 divided by what is 6? It's 4. Again, what I do to the bottom, I must also do to the top. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So I can simplify 20 24ths and know that it's the same thing as 5/6. Lastly, if I have 10 20ths and I want to simplify it to tenths, I'm going to have to use a divisor because this number is larger than this. Now, if you were confused and you weren't sure what to do, you might say 20 times what is 10 and go, nothing, that doesn't work, because when you multiply, you're going to grow. When we divide, we're going to get smaller. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, so I must also divide the top by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. You could have also noticed that 10 is half of 20, and know that 5 is half of 10, and these are equal fractions.